Observe a map of India and a clear pattern emerges. The country's major rivers all flow east, emptying into the Bay of Bengal. But the Narmada breaks the rules. It carves a path in the exact opposite direction, rushing west through an ancient rift valley into the Arabian Sea. Geologists explain this as the result of a deep fault line in the Earth's crust. Yet, for millions of people, this westward current is a living deity. In Hindu tradition, the spiritual merit earned by bathing in the Ganges is said to be matched simply by the sight of the Narmada. The riverbed itself yields a unique phenomenon. The currents polish stones into smooth oval shapes known as Narmadeshwar Shivlings. Unlike temple idols that require complex consecration rituals to invite the divine, these stones are worshipped exactly as they are pulled from the water, believed to already hold the essence of Lord Shiva. This fierce westward trajectory traces the history of an ancient epic. It is a story of a miraculous birth, a devastating betrayal, and a supreme act of self-respect. High in the Mekal Mountains at Amarkantak, Lord Shiva once sat in absolute, motionless meditation. The spiritual energy he generated was so intense that it manifested as physical heat. A single drop of sweat formed on his forehead. When it struck the earth, it instantly transformed into a radiant young girl. She asked for nothing. Instead, she immediately sat down and mirrored Shiva, entering a state of deep meditation with no earthly desires. Seeing this ego-free devotion, Shiva named her Narmada, meaning the one who brings joy. He decreed that she would serve as the living stream of Dharma on earth, a divine force sent to cleanse humanity. Born directly from Shiva's spiritual exertion, the Narmada stands apart from rivers shaped by melting glaciers or seasonal rains. She was created for a specific divine purpose. Narmada lived on earth as the adopted daughter of King Mekal. As she reached adulthood, the king sought a husband whose merit could match that of a goddess in human form. He devised a test that seemed a certain death sentence. Any suitor who wished to marry Narmada had to scale the treacherous Himalayan peaks and retrieve an incredibly rare Gulab Kavali flower. Many suitor princes perished or turned back in defeat, but Prince Sonbhadra survived the freezing altitudes, retrieved the flower, and returned to claim his right to marry the princess. Sonbhadra was brave and victorious. To the kingdom, it appeared to be the beginning of a flawless union between two exceptional beings. Curious about her future husband, Narmada sent her trusted maid, Juhila, to his camp with a message. To ensure Juhila was received with the honors of the court, Narmada dressed her in her own royal garments and jewels. When Juhila arrived, the deception took root instantly. Sonbhadra saw the crown and the royal attire and assumed the woman before him was Princess Narmada. Juhila, seduced by the prince's affection and the sudden status of a queen, chose to remain silent. She accepted the false identity, allowing the lie to continue. When Narmada eventually went to the camp herself, she discovered her confidant and her future husband together, their connection built entirely on a case of mistaken identity. Narmada chose not to engage in a divine rage or a public dispute. She offered no curses and fought for no one's attention. She simply turned away in absolute silence. She realized that a union founded on such superficial recognition was hollow. In that moment, she prioritized her own dignity over a royal marriage, setting a new course for her existence. Vowing independence, Narmada turned her back on betrayal. Instead of following the natural eastern slope, she violently carved a new path westward. Sonbhadra, realizing his error, flowed east in the opposite direction, taking the deceitful Juhila as a lesser tributary. Lord Shiva intercepted her daughter during her westward rush. He did not come to stop her, but to bless her for choosing her own integrity over a compromised life. Shiva declared her a raging, immortal force. He granted her the power to cleanse all who touched her waters, turning her into a symbol of purity that survives even the deepest betrayal. By turning from the east, Narmada established a permanent physical boundary, a reminder of a goddess who defined her own value by refusing to look back. Tradition holds that even the Ganges, burdened by the spiritual weight of millions of sins, must eventually travel to Narmada's Banas to purify her waters. This reverence is the foundation of the Narmada Parikrama. Pilgrims spend 3 years walking the river's entire length, nearly 2,600 kilometers, without ever crossing her waters, a journey designed to dismantle the human ego. This grueling trek mirrors Narmada's own detachment, forcing the seeker to find the same internal strength she displayed when she walked away from her royal future. The Narmada flows through a billion-year-old rift in the earth, but her presence in the landscape represents a different kind of endurance. She remains a testament to the power of the individual who, when trust is shattered, finds the resolve to begin again in a direction entirely her own.